So Ignorance is Bliss. Alright, nothing happens, right? Dispelling Fist kicks in, nothing happens. Stamina regen, life regen, has a dodge area status caster. Again, I will do my AoE skill, which doesn't even hurt the two enemy monsters because Pangoliath is there. He absorbs all the damage, but Spear of Destiny kicks in and bye-bye dodge area status caster just like that and takes some damage. Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. In this video, I wanted to talk about 7 sins and I wanted to talk about Spear of Destiny, but I also just want to talk about the talents in general and kind of the wording on every talent. The majority of the video is going to be on Spear of Destiny just because I don't have 7 sins yet, but as soon as I get this talent, I'll also make an updated video. So the important thing about 7 sins is that first sentence right there. At the start of the battle applies 1 random torture to all enemies. Okay. 1 random torture at the start of the battle. So if we go to the beasts, all the beasts also breed at the start of the battle. So beasts activate before anything else in the game activates, before the status caster monsters activate. So this makes them dangerous because at the start of the battle you'll start the game off with burned, or drown, or shock, or poison, or quicksand. And I remember when the beast came out, I said, oh my gosh, it's a good thing we don't have a metal beast, and hopefully we never get a metal beast that does nanovirus. If it does, it's game over. Because as you all know, when we have nanovirus, you can't apply positive effects. So basically, if you have nanovirus, if just hypothetically, if SP released a beast that gave nanovirus at the start of the battle, when your monster goes with their 5 status casters, with their status caster immune to torture, status caster immune to possession, status caster immune to freeze, whatever, life shield, none of that would even work. So, funny enough, thanks to 7 sins, it kind of works as an RNG potential nanovirus. And I don't know, you guys let me know, what do you guys think about that? So, when it comes to the game, like, one of the things I like about the community is, as hard and powerful as something is, the community finds a way around it, right? When I think back to, like, Phase Shield, like, oh my gosh, positive effect protection, traditional evasion, that's going to be tough to overcome, but then SP does end up releasing monsters that remove positive effects twice, so they kind of helped us. But how do you counteract a 7 sins that at the start of the battle could potentially give you nanovirus? You know, it's just a lot of RNG. I think this automatically makes this a top tier talent that's going to be put onto every team, because even if you go in with a team, like, you know how sometimes you'll do like a level 4 rune with a level 4 monster that has Megaton with Elvira. Well, what if you just so happen to be facing someone with 7 sins and they nanovirus your strategy and then you lose? And then, you know, I don't like that type of RNG. So, but that's also the reason why monsters like Zol that apply random positive effects to everyone is pretty fun, because you never know what you're going to get. But when it works against you with the nanovirus, I don't know, that seems a little too powerful. So I'm curious what you guys think about that. And yeah, SP, where are the other beasts? Are we ever going to get a metal beast? And if so, please don't do status caster nanovirus or at the start of the battle nanovirus. The other talent I want to talk about is this one right here, Spear of Destiny. Oh my gosh, guys, if you've ever wanted to buy a golden pass just for the talents themselves, this would be the season. After damaging with a skill, deals 30,000 physical damage and removes positive effects from targets. Alright, the key word here is removes positive effects from targets. In the other era, we did have, where is it right here, relics, we had Dispelling Fist. Notice a different wording. After damaging with a skill, deals 1,000 points of light damage to damaged enemies and removes positive effects from the damaged enemies. So this includes damaged enemies. So it's only a subset of monsters that actually lose their positive effects. Now this only has 1 use. Notice it's only this only has 2 uses, and it's only positive effect removal once. This guy over here, or not this guy, this talent over here takes it a step further and removes positive effect not once, but twice, and has 3 uses. I think this is ridiculous. I think this is definitely a top tier talent. It is very, very powerful. You can basically run any Doomsday monster, 3 speed runes, go first just to remove positive effects on the enemy, just to get rid of the evasions, just to get rid of whatever you want. I think this definitely makes it harder for, like, one strategy to take on top competitive teams is to start the game off with evasion, because the AI recharges. I wonder if the AI is still going to recharge if you have a team of evasion, or if the AI has Spear of Destiny and knows they can attack and bypass everything. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. So I want to showcase Spear of Destiny just to show you guys how powerful it is and what it does. And we'll also compare it to Dispelling Fist, but then we'll also compare it to some other talents in the game. So we start the game off, see immune to torture and evasion. So if I was to do Corrupted Dragon, here we'll slow it down. You know what I also think is funny? Well, let me just showcase it and then we'll go back to it. So if I do Dispelling Fist, check it out. they both lost their positive effects because they both got attacked, right? So if there's a Megaton monster, that monster will absorb it all, and that's the only one that loses its positive effect. Let's see if we can find one. I think it's funny that it says to damage enemies, and you don't even damage them. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if a monster has evasion and Megatons, you're not technically damaging the monster. So I'm like, why does it remove its positive effect? So I've always thought that was interesting. All right, so here's a good showcase of taking on a dodge area monster. So if I do corrupt the dragon, let's slow this down. If I do corrupt the dragon, so look at that. He does not lose his positive effects with Dispelling Fist. The other two monsters do, but not this monster. But this is what's super interesting. I do know why, but let's do an AoE again. Fire March. Even though it's blocked, check this out. Spear of Destiny removes positive effects from a dodge area monster. So it's basically like you have Pierce with the talent, because it can remove positive effects from everyone. And we haven't seen a Megaton monster yet, but hopefully we encounter one soon enough. Let's just... Oh, I should have probably beaten them. It would have been fun to beat the Triple Nature team just having fun. Alright, but... Yeah, check this out. This is going to be crazy. Or by now you probably might have seen it, or maybe you haven't seen it, and then this will encourage you to buy the pass. They're still... Darn it, we're just going to beat them. Ignorance is Bliss, Sacred Staff, whatever. Alright, let's go the Corrupted Dragon route again. Boom, Corrupted Dragon, Dispelling Fist. And... Here's the crazy thing, like, see, they just got a bunch of positive effects, right? Life regen, stamina regen, stamina regen. I can just go, hey, look, it's cleanse. And I have 3 uses, guys. Even if they do positive effect protection, like right there, what does the monster have? Face shield, positive effect protection, and evasion? Watch me cleanse it next turn when I attack, because again, I have 3 uses. It's ridiculously insane. Alright, I could also Ignorance is Bliss, which will trigger it again. But not a big deal. Again, I can cleanse it away. Face shield, death, Sertilian's armor, death. We're gonna AoE again, and then just the activation of the talents itself, boom, gone. I mean, I think it's too powerful. It's crazy. Forgotten. We are gonna do Forgotten, and then we're gonna go. I don't have any more uses actually. Recharge, and boom, and then Spirit of Destiny. 3 uses, so it's attacking 3 times, dealing all that damage. Oh my gosh, we need to find a Megaton monster though, just so I can showcase that, and then we'll go back to the discussion on like the wording of talents. And again, I just want to get you guys' opinion. What do you guys think about this season's Doomsday talents, and what is up with the lack of Megaton monsters all of a sudden? All right, but that's fine. So see how he blocked everything. Totally cool, right? Let's go ahead and just recharge, and now we'll just do my AoE skill and take a look. Everything is gone from the enemies, and they all took damage from the enemy. So it's going to be so hard for someone that is relying like on an evasion team to be the enemy if the AI is attacking. It's crazy. And we'll go Ignorance is Bliss. Boom. Alright, and we'll recharge. Follow me. This Triple Nature team ain't so bad. Dispelling Fist, Wormhole's Trap, Oblation, Mashers, and let's see, Corrupted. Nope. Recharge. GG. Alright, come on. Give us a Megaton monster. Give us a Pangoliath. Where's good old Pango? Alright, we'll try one more time. If not, we'll continue on with the discussion. Let's click Fight. And come on, Pango. What do you have? Revenge 8492. There's Pangoliath. Alright, okay, this is crazy too, because we even have a Status Caster Dodge area. So, again, I will start off by doing, I guess the only, like, technically AoE skill I have is Ignorance is Bliss. So, Ignorance is Bliss. Alright, nothing happens, right? Dispelling Fist kicks in, nothing happens. Meanwhile, look at the enemies. Let's take a look. Stamina regen, life regen, has a dodge area status caster. Again, I will do my AoE skill, which doesn't even hurt the 2 enemy monsters because Pangoliath is there. He absorbs all the damage, but Spear of Destiny kicks in, and bye-bye dodge area status caster, just like that, and takes some damage. That's crazy. And again, it has to do with the wording on the talents. So I'm kind of scared if SPI releases a Smite-like talents in the Doomsday era and they make it like this. Oh my gosh. So because it says removes positive effects from the target, technically when you do an AoE skill, all 3 of the enemy monsters are targets. But what happens is because there's a Megaton monster, that monster absorbs it, but still the initial target were all 3 of the monsters. So whenever you do an AoE, it bypasses everything. That's why, if you've ever noticed, if you do Burnt Blood, it's the exact same thing. Where's Burnt Blood? If you do Burnt Blood, after damaging with the skill, target's life is below 50%, deals fire damage, and applies boiling. even if you face monsters that have dodge area or have evasion, they will still get hit with a boiling because they were still the initial targets. So even if a monster, like let's say you have a monster with evasion and then a monster with taunt and a dodge area monster, and the dodge area monster is like at 30% HP, if you do burn blood, even if you only hit the taunt monster, because the initial target is below 50%, burn blood will still trigger. So that's kind of why that is working. But still, Spear of Destiny, it just seems too powerful. So if we go through some of the talents, again, it just makes me scared of like Smite. After damaging with a skill, deals 1000 points of light damage to damaged enemies. Damaged enemies, that's the key word there, right? Oh, but then you know what's interesting? If you take a look at Absolute Zero, let's equip that one. After damaging with a skill, deals 1000 points of water damage to all targets and applies Mega Freeze to them. Let's take a look at that one real quick. So let's click Fight, and let's see who we encounter. Let's see. We'll click Fight. Alright, we have a dodge area monster, a Megaton monster, and we have a, immune to torture monster, I guess. Alright, let's take a look at this. If I do Corrupted Dragon, which again targets everyone, and I'm doing Absolute Zero, only he got hit with Mega Freeze. So the question now to me is, why? Why does it work like that? So only he got hit with it, even though the wording reads the exact same. After damaging with a skill, deals 6000 points of water damage to all targets and applies Mega Freeze to them. But meanwhile, if you read this one, after damaging with a skill, if the target's life is below 50, deals 60 of target and applies Boiling. So if I do, it's not going to work in this case, but we'll do Fire March. Okay, the next time I do an AoE, it'll work on everyone to watch. I don't know, SP, what's up with the wording? Like, it has to be consistent across. So this is why people do, like, Spec with Pierce. Aw, man. Alright, let's try to damage you a little bit. Let's go, I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's do that. Ignorance is Bliss. Let's hit you. No, I can't hit you with anything. Merchant. Oh yeah, so look, notice Burn Blood kicked in because even though he has dodge area, he was still an initial target, and his HP was below 50%. So even though it didn't hit him, even though it only hit Lord Inheritor, it still kicked in. So it's fascinating the way the talents work, and I thought it was the wording, but now seeing Absolute Zero, I'm like, wait a minute. It doesn't trigger with Absolute Zero. Let's go through some of the other talents. Because I know when I normally always use Unrelenting Assault, and I use it with Stock, and Stock has like kind of an AoE skill because it does residual damage. Here, we'll do Stock Killer. This monster, change skills. I use this skill right here, Purple Volley, because it applies magic weakness to everyone. Then it does residual damage when I use UA. Let's take a look at UA and how that reads. So Unrelenting Assault, where are you? You're not down there. Maybe SP coded it differently when it has to do with the denial. After damaging with the skill, deals 1000 points of physical damage to the target. After damaging with the skill, if target's life. So see, this one, it works the way it's supposed to. For some reason though, Absolute Zero doesn't, right? So the wording is weird. Spear of Destiny is too powerful, as you've seen here. Again, some of them actually say to damaged enemies, like Smite, to damaged enemies. Let's see what else we have. After damaging with a skill, if target's life is below 50, applies magic damage and applies 2 turn death countdown to targets. So Banishing Touch, you would think, affects everyone. So I don't know why it works for some, it doesn't work for others. After damaging with the skill, deals 1000 points of light damage to damaged enemies and remove positive effects from damaged enemies. So again, only from ones that actually get damaged. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I just kind of wanted to bring that to light, especially the 7 sins. Again, even though there's no footage on that, I will definitely show you guys something when I have that, probably like in a week and a half. But the Spear of Destiny, you saw the uses, you saw how it works. It is powerful stuff. Let me know what you guys think about it, whether you think it's fair, unfair, do you think it should be reworded, do you think SP should kind of fix the wording so that everything is consistent and everything makes sense? Or, let's see, after damaging with a skill, deals fire damage to damaged enemies and applies burn to damaged enemies. Do you think it should just be like this? That way the dodge area monsters, the evasion monsters, they have protection since they weren't damaged? Whatever you guys think, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.